and welcome to The Breakdown. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to get more followers on Instagram. Instagram is one of the easiest, it's not easy on any of them, but one of the easier social media platforms to grow on. The reason for this is because of hashtags, and that's our #1 way to start getting followers on Instagram. Start using smart, targeted hashtags. And what I mean by that is like super specific hashtags aren't good, as well as super general hashtags aren't good. For example, hashtag picture or photo, probably not gonna be a good hashtag to put on your photo, but the hashtag beautiful photo or background photo might be. I do want to mention that you don't have to put photos in your actual photo description. All you've got to do is put them in the comments. Hashtags count the same in the comments of Instagram posts as well as in the actual Instagram description. So we always put our comments in the description to make them hidden away and easier to remove later, should you want to do that. Now, the second tip for Instagram, and if you pair this with hashtags, you're gonna start seeing some results immediately, is scheduling and making sure that you post consistently. We've had a lot of good results posting 3 to 4 times a day on Instagram, but even just posting once or twice a day can help you grow if you do it consistently and you post it at a consistent time every single day. You pair that with hashtags and you're good to go. But how can you do that? Is there any way to schedule out Instagram weeks ahead of time? Of course there is. Grum is a great way to do that. Grum.co, link down below, as well as there'll be some other stuff linked down there. With Grum you can go schedule out your Instagram posts, all of that stuff. But how else can you grow on Instagram? Well, it's pretty simple. Interact with people. Find people in those hashtags that you made earlier, right? Like hashtag background photo, for example. Find people in that, comment on their pictures, like their photos, follow them and get to know them, and then maybe they'll shout you out, but even beyond that, they'll notice you and they'll follow you. This is a great way to do outreach growth on Instagram and start getting people coming to you through just you reaching out to them. People do this all the time. It might have even happened to your Instagram account. So do it yourself because it really freaking works. Now, the fourth tip is once you started to get that outreach growth going, automate it. We post hundreds of comments a day on Instagram, tons of likes. How do we do that? We do it using Instagress. Instagress is a way that you can automate liking, commenting, and following people on Instagram, and it's a great way to grow extraordinarily fast. We've gotten 1,000 followers in just 3 weeks using these methods, and Instagress is one of the main pushers behind that follower number. Sure, you've got to post consistently, and hashtags are extremely important, but when you're reaching out to people, it can really help. I would say of the 1,000 followers we got in those 3 weeks, probably around 600 came from Instagress alone. Now, number 5 is even though you've automated commenting on new posts, make sure you engage with people. Reply to every comment your profile gets, but then if someone replies to one of the Instagress posts, one of the posts that you've done like on outreach, like at a hashtag or something like that, reply to it, have a conversation. Because people use tools like Instagress all the time. But what they don't do is then follow up. They don't then go and comment back. They don't try to create a conversation. If you do that, people will notice, and I promise, we've seen it time and time again. And number 6 is actually a new tip. Use stories effectively. If you can create awesome stories, do it. Or don't create stories at all. Either be able to create really good stories on a consistent basis, or don't make them at all. None. Because people will either come to expect good stories or bad stories, and they can't expect bad stories if you don't do them. But if you can consistently create good stories, they can come to expect those. And then with the new story discovery mode on Instagram, people will be able to find you via your story. So use stories effectively and create really good ones, or don't create them at all and just remove that growth method. And those are 6 quick tips on how to grow on Instagram. Use hashtags, post consistently using like Grum or something like that. Doesn't have to be Grum. Buffer has a way to do it. It's not like Grum, but it's consistent. Hootsuite can do it. Interact with people, reach out to them, talk to them, get to know them. Automate that outreaching with people using Instagress, and then engage with people that comment on your own post and then reply to you on other posts. Get to know them, and then last but not least, create awesome stories and have people find you that way. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and post down below if you know any other awesome Instagram growth tips. This has been The Breakdown, and I am out. Peace.